Hey there guys, back again today with another Fractured in Alterac Valley deck recipe video here in Hearthstone, and go ahead and get into it. Today we are playing the Paladin deck recipe, which is the Immovable Object, and this is a hand buff style deck with the new Cariel hero card the Paladin gets, and I really like that hero card. I think it's one of my favorite cards that they've made recently. I just like it. It feels good and strong, but not at all overpowered. I like the idea behind the weapon, the way that it doesn't have any kind of durability loss, and the way that it, you can swing it every turn, and it still has that function of reducing your damage by half. But that's really not overpowered because it's super simple to remove it. You know, you've got a lot of weapon removal options in standard Hearthstone. So it feels like a fair deck, and I'm tempted to keep Cariel because she kind of is the focus of this deck. But at the same time, I don't want to keep a 7-drop. I think it's better to just draw into her, and so that's what I'm gonna do. Not really sure about City Tax. I think I am gonna keep Blessed Goods because it'd be great to have a play on one. I just don't see that I'm gonna want City Tax on 2. Could be wrong. It may be the rogue plays a lot of 1 health minions, and I just don't know that. And then I'll think to myself, wow, the City Tax would be great. But gonna go ahead and get rid of it. And so we've got instead here a Vitality Surge. Draw a minion, restore health to your hero equal to its cost. That's pretty good. And then we've got the Brass Wing, which, you know, not really early game. And of course, we drew Cariel anyways, so I didn't need to think so much about whether or not to keep her. She was bound to return. Alright, so what should we discover here? I mean, we've got some Divine Shield in here, but I don't really think Prismatic Jewel Kit is a good focus right now. Carousel Griffin, I just, I want something I can play earlier. Avenge, though, I don't have enough small minions. I think I am going to actually go with the Carousel Griffin here. It's not a bad card. I would like to be able to corrupt it. I just don't see... I think obviously I've got some draws coming up. I think I'm probably just going to be playing this on 5, unless something much better comes along. So, time will tell. Now, I don't think this deck recipe plays the Librams. Maybe it does. I actually don't remember. I've played it a little bit when the expansion first came out. I played this deck recipe some, but then I ended up going with the more Libram-focused version that I found online. But this deck recipe is pretty fun. Now, this video may just be of me playing against an AFK opponent. And if that's the case, then we'll queue up another game and play that instead. That's a pretty good draw. Because I don't really want to draw a minion and restore health just yet, and on the off chance they do come back. Let's see what we can do here for 1-drops. I think we're going to play Mystery Winner. Yeah.
Bet there's something great inside.
And get us a secret, which will be probably Galloping Savior. Rogue likes to play a lot of cards. Now, here we have the Blood Cell Deckhand, which was recently reverted back to its original state of being a 2-1. Apparently, having this 1-mana 2-2 just made Pirate Warrior too strong, as if that wasn't obvious. That, giving Pirate Warrior more powerful 1-drop would be too much. But, gonna go ahead and play Blessed Goods again here. And see what we can get. Don't need another Galloping Savior. May actually go with a Cavalry Horn. Yeah. And I am going to play the Blood Cell Deckhand and the Galloping Savior here. That actually kind of worked out. Next turn we can play the Cavalry Horn. This is not indicative of most games that you'll play with this deck. But it is nice having an AFK Rogue. So we can see what we can do. Maybe they come back. They haven't left the game yet. So maybe they can come back, and then hey, maybe they can come back and beat me. It's entirely possible. Rogue does incredible things. Maybe they're just, this is like extended BM. They just let me think that I'm gonna win. What do we got here? Hold the bridge. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a pretty good one. Another one we want to use right now. And see, I was right. I called it. I'm probably going to use this as a 5-drop on 5 instead of trying to corrupt it. Now, this will draw the brass wing. That's pretty sweet. Are they back yet? Okay. I think I saw their hero card when they'd come back. And yeah, I don't blame them. I think I would have conceded there as well. It's not really a situation you can come back from pretty easily. But that doesn't count. We did win with this deck. And so far we have won with each of the deck recipes on each of the games we've played. But that's not really indicative of what's going to happen when you try to play this deck yourself, or when I play this deck against most people. So let's try another game here. Going against Priest. I don't know what's more popular in Priest right now. If Shadow's still popular, or if Quest Priest is really just kind of the one that's going. Really wants us to start with Lightforge Cariel. Like, the game really wants to start with Cariel. On the off chance that this is... I think this is probably Quest, right? I think I'm going to go with Barricade just in case I don't get something better. It'd be good to have a couple of taunts on turn 4. Or on turn 3, I can just coin it out if I need to. But I'd kind of like to save my coin for Cariel. Yeah, it's Quest. Okay. Let's hope they get a terrible curve. Not likely to happen. They are playing Curve Priest, so they're probably going to have a good curve. Hey, no 2-drop. I'll take that. And I will Hero Power. Now, maybe I should have done that, because I did keep Barricade, and now coining out a Barricade is not as good of a play as it would be had I not done that. So, we'll see.
My palm is purple.
Maybe they
really
only smite my 1/1. They didn't. It would have been a bad play, but I was hoping they'd do it. So I'm going to go ahead and... Nope. I'm going to go ahead and trade my city tax. Yeah. And I'm just going to Hero Power again. Go face. Maybe they will condemn both of my 1/1s, and then I can Barricade. Or they'll play a Pandaren, and then I can trade my 1/1s into and still Barricade for 4. I'll take that. I'm not really drawing a lot of minions in my minion buffing deck. I've got a lot of spells right now. Like a whole lot of spells. Although at least this one draws me a minion. So yeah, I'm going to trade here. Really inefficient because they can just fill that up with their hero power. But I want to summon 2 4s instead of 1. And at least then they have the hero power to, you know, not have that die into these taunt minions. It's a 1/3. Doesn't really do a lot against them.
Rampage!
That, on the other hand, does quite a bit. That's going to clear the board. So I think I'm just going to play the other Barricade. Oh my goodness. Are there minions in this deck? Let's go with Cariel and Barricade.
This area is off limits.
So I think I want to get the hero power, Lightforge Cariel, up as soon as possible, so that I can start buffing the minions I do have. I don't even know. I mean, honestly, they probably run
Rampage!
the mirror card. I can mirror whenever 7-drop. this might be a pretty bad matchup for me, especially with the way that I'm not really drawing any minions. I'm drawing my control spells like equality and stuff. I think I'm gonna just go ahead and coin out Cariel here. That way we can start hero powering as soon as possible.
Our hardships
And hope that they don't have weapon
strengthen
removal.
our resilience.
I mean, if they've got it, they've got it. You know, they're not any less likely to have it later on. And really, I mean, it doesn't matter. Like, this weapon's not going to save me against their quest. Their quest is just going to kill me. I need to get to where I can hero power. Of course, they do that. I need to get to where I can hero power, get bigger minions, put out bigger threats, and make them actually do something instead of just letting them trade their Amulet of Undying as many times as they want to. Okay, let's hero power. It's kind of cool. Let's see what 1-drops we get. Probably just gonna carry all this thing. Yeah, neither of those are super
For
useful.
the Alliance and my family, I fight!
Job done.
I've got some minions now, at least. I don't really want to buff that up. I wouldn't mind buffing. Oh, okay. Eat one of my... Yeah, thank you for eating one of my 1-drops. That's not the worst thing in the world. I don't hate that. I would like to buff her up by 1 and then give her Divine Shield and trade into that, but not a good way to do that. I could play City Tax to deal 1 and then still do the Divine Shield thing. And that would let me maybe buff up one of these Colossus.
No time.
I think they're salty that they ate a 1-drop. Because they know that I've got a buff minion in hand. And they were hoping for that. But they also should have known that I had 2 1-drops. So, I don't know. Ooh. Cavalry Horn. I really need to save my equalities for when they start resummoning their giant death rattle minions. If that gets that far. Let's hero power. Of course it goes on him. Of course it does. Let's do this. And let's give her Divine Shield.
Probably.
I fight!
Make that trade. Now, do I want to go ahead and draw a minion?
Remember the fallen!
Let's go ahead and do
Remember
this.
the fallen!
I don't actually want to draw a minion. I want to summon one of these Colossus out. And if I draw a minion, it might summon that instead of the Colossus. And I haven't been drawing minions this game. I'm, not convinced this deck has enough minions in it. Considering her hero power is, only useful when you have minions in hand. It feels like maybe this deck doesn't play enough minions. I mean, I guess you get the first day of school so you can generate more minions, but
Light cannot
okay.
exist
Yeah, that's taunt.
in the dark.
This is going to be a tough game for us. Alright. Let's start with Blessing of Flames. And I think I'm going to... Maybe just Og Merchant for the trade. And then... hopefully summon a 15/15 Scrapyard Colossus. More realistically, even though it's a 50/50, probably going to summon the 7/7 Scrapyard Colossus because that's how things work out. I mean, maybe I just, yeah, I'm not super worried about my health, and I'm not. The mana reduction isn't a huge deal here. I think I'd rather have a healthy 6/5. Oh, look at that! I won the draw.
I'm running out of time.
Okay. I still see no reason to cast that Vitality Surge. It costs 0 mana. I am going to go ahead and trade this City Tax. And then I'm going to go ahead and trade this City Tax. And yeah, I'm going to play this.
Frontline fortified.
So hopefully this will bait out the mirror. There it is, Soul Mirror. They might have had to do that anyways, which is too bad. I'm sure they had to do it when there was those many. Because you know, that was a lot of damage on board. And it does give him a 7/7, but now I can hero power this other Scrapyard Colossus. Let's go ahead and Vitality Surge. Let's see what it draws. Oh, the Brass Wing. There's really no way to get an honorable kill for that. I don't know. Let's trade this City Tax. Okay. That's good. That'll keep me on the board. I really don't want to play these minions without getting some value for my hero power. But I need something on the board. The 10-drop just doesn't feel good with that because it's like you want a hero power every turn that you can to be getting value.
I'm undead, not dead.
But then you also, you know, at some point you need to be able to play your 10 mana card. I guess that's the benefit of the weapon, but another Brass Wing. And it buffs the Colossus instead. I mean, dealing 2 doesn't do much.
The answer is here.
I think I have to play a minion though. I can't just not do anything this turn.
Light guide
Or can
my
I?
patience.
I kind of think I have to do nothing this turn. That Brass Wing puts no pressure on them. Really, it accomplishes, you know, next to nothing. And I have a board clear and a quality Brass Wing. So if they do build a board, I can just do that. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna have I don't know. I'm pretty sure I'm not winning this particular game. But I think this is just not a great matchup for this Paladin deck. Because Priest has so much control. And the way this Paladin deck is built, it's a lot of big minions. Or not a lot, it's some big minions. It's kind of part of the problem right here. That's why there's not enough minions in here. And, hey, now that's good. There we go. I guess a board clear. Localar, the Ice Lord. Kind of forgot that was in here. It's an interesting looking card. The gold animation on it's okay. It doesn't do a lot. Kind of feel like they could do more with those gold animations.
I condemn you
And of course. Oh, okay. So this looks like a good time to do the Equality Brasswing. They've already used one of their amulets. I kind of thought they would trade for a while longer and try to get some more value on those. Okay, so Equality.
All are equal under the light.
And do I want to Brasswing? Yeah, we'll Brasswing here. Now, they do have a Scrapyard Colossus left over. Or, I'm sorry, the Velcracked Colossus left over. But it's not exactly an even trade. Maybe they'll Amulet again. That'd be great. Just go ahead and waste their other Amulet. I mean, I'm kind of on a clock here, and I don't have any fancy way to deal with their quest. They haven't completed their quest yet. But they are very close. What else do they have for 7? The mount. And that could be a problem. Because that's a real sticky minion. Or it creates a sticky minion. Oh man. Ah, jeez. Yeah, this is not looking great for me. Let's, I think I want to Equality City Tax. And then Hero Power. And maybe wait.
Light guide my patience.
That will clear their board. It's not great though. I could also, I mean, there's really no reason to City Tax. Instead of consecrating, when I want to trade. I want to see, let's see what else I can get. Okay. I mean, that's kind of a cool card. Looks pretty good in gold. Let's do this.
All are equal under the light.
And consecration. Let's do the 4 mana consecration because I'm just going to hero power.
Purify my enemies.
I mean, if this dude had Wind Fury or something, maybe. I just don't have. I don't have the pressure I need to do something quickly enough to do anything useful here.
My palm is purple, not really red.
The path is clear for the
I can Templar Captain this turn. Clear that off. You know, if nothing else, I get to make a really big Colossus.
Cover me!
That's gonna. I mean, that's a decent play. It's a decent turn. They undoubtedly have a pretty good answer for it. Priest is made of answers. I'm hoping, maybe foolishly, but it'd be great that if I could, you know, get this Colossus so big that it can really pose a kind of an imminent threat. The thing is, they've got another amulet. Oh, look at that. They just trading off a silence card like it's nothing. 2 silence cards, yeah. So my Colossus not going to pose a threat. They've got an easy way to silence that and deal with it. This is fun. They're just going to spend their whole turn trading their cards.
No time.
You making a big mistake, man.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, see. That's unfortunate for me. Let's go wide.
Reinforcements! With me! Cover me!
Take them head! I grow short of cards.
Because they're probably going to amulet here soon, and I need more minions on the board to deal with that. And then the brass wing can maybe help at that point. Watch him get a soul mirror off of this. Of course they got a soul mirror off of it. I mean, why wouldn't they have got a soul mirror? That's the best thing to have gotten off of. Yeah, this one's not going super great. Cavalry horns, not super useful. Not very useful here. I guess it can be...
Remember the fallen.
This is... Let's clear off there.
I purify my enemies.
Let's keep buffing, why not? This game's about over. This is going to be the longest video that I've made in the series so far.
Cast
But-
the darkness from your
Oh.
heart.
I think it's about over. There's not much I can do here. Because they draw that guaranteed next turn, and it guaranteed kills me, even if I can survive this board, which I can't. Because it's a pretty big board. Let's see what one drops we get. Ooh, I can restore 2 health. Let's see what kind of minion I can draw. Let's see what I can trade for. Let's see what I can discover. Let's play a Reckoning. Let's play Witch Doctor. We'll play Witch Doctor. There we go. Buff the Witch Doctor. And we play our Hellboard. And then we will let them kill us with the shard if they choose to do so, because that's the nice thing to do. Your opponent played a long game, and yeah, they deserve to get that last play.
You can
So I think that one I don't particularly care. It's been I have played this one. I don't particularly care for the composition of this one. Could just be though because I just lost that game. This wasn't a good matchup. I just didn't have the ability to put on enough pressure. They had way too many. We had way too much time to get all the resources they need to have way too many different options for dealing with everything that I played, and maybe I could have played it a little bit better. I just don't think that's a good matchup for that deck. But yep, there we go. Immovable Object. I would like to think I still have won with each of these decks, even though that first game was a forfeit. I might have beat them, who knows? But the second game was definitely a loss. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.